Madcap Adventures Redux. 575. This one will go smoother. The reason I mentioned, oh yeah, talk about that in a sec. Are we back? Okay, we're back. You mentioned it, so the reason I was bringing up Modron chest for the corrupted gems the other day is because I get such lousy pulls from the weekly patron Modron chest. But that's also why you don't. But that's exactly why you don't want to buy. That's exactly why you don't want to buy them. Is because you get such lousy pulls from them. I know it's yeah, it's a thing. But yeah, that's why at some point, eventually, Modron chests will be a purchase that you'll want to make, and from that shop. But it's only after you have support pigments on all of your support champions, like so on every support item on every support champion. Then you won't need to buy support pigments anymore, and then you can buy whatever you want, like golden epic skins, feats, and you can then default to Modron chest as being the best option beyond that. But until then, the chests are traps. The chests are traps. Unfortunately, I don't like traps in games. Like, noob traps. Basically, it's basically something that a new player would be like, oh, this is probably what I want to buy because this is what I can afford, and it's like, nope, no, you don't actually. But yeah, you're always going to need more Modron component chests, but because of the randomness of it, the power you get from the support pigments way better. Way better. It's triple damage, right? Aren't support pigments triple? Hold on. Do we have some somewhere? Do I have any on this account? I got froggies somewhere. Where do I got froggies? Here we go. Isn't that triple damage? What a freaking scroll. Yes, triple damage. And that's per pigment, so they stack multiplicatively. Triple damage way better than, a random chance at a pull from a Modron chest. I see Perez has a 3 grid place penalty for Spain. No, I don't watch any of the news between races. So. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I know they were investigating. That makes sense. They were investigating him driving unsafe in an unsafe vehicle or whatever. So that's what it's for. Yeah, because he totally wrecked the back of his car and then decided, well, I'm going to drive back to the pits. And then a piece of it fell off, and then and they had to do like a safety car. Yeah, clean it off. You can't do that stuff. You can't do that. Like that's he should have just pulled his car off. What's a support pigment? Froggy gone to market. It's this. So there's this item in Dungeons and Dragons called Nolzur's Magnificent Pigments, and it's a set of paints. It's a set of 4. It's a box with 4 pots of paint in it, and each pot of paint looks different. So there's a green paint that looks like a frog. There's a red paint that's in a strawberry pot. There's a black paint that's in a skull pot. And there's a blue paint that's in a fish pot. And in the game, these 4 pigments represent boosts to your champions. So the froggy is the support pigment, triple damage to your whole party. The fish is the tanking pigment, which like doubles your health for whatever character it's on, the tank that it's on. It's a tanking pigment. The DPS pigment, I think, is quadruple damage for the DPS champion that it's on. I think it's quad damage. And then the healing pigment is double healing effects for the party. Is what Justin intended it to be based off the conversation last week. And that would boost both healing and shielding. But support pigments are the ones that we get the most of because they're available in the thing in Enclave, plus they're rewards from some support champs for event tier things. The others, much harder to come by. Much harder to come by. In fact, there's only 1 healing pigment in the game, and it was a reward for tier 4 Penelope. Well, no, not tier 4 Penelope. Yes, tier 4 Penelope? It was a reward for tier 4 somebody that has a healing tag. Wasn't it Penelope? Oh, no. Of course Red Bull didn't want the safety car to bunch them up. But who cares? Like, I don't know. I have no... I don't care about Red Bull at all. I think I am ready for them to fall from grace. Is there a way to see what you have pigment in before? I don't know what... I mean, if you have one... it's this little green line. Or it'll be like colored slashes through a thing. But this doesn't even show everybody because it's not going to show people that have all the pigments they could have on their character. So you just kind of have to go look for it, I guess. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. We're locked. We're at 40. Time to run to 50. We're trying to get to 50 average item with 44 off of one of those. Should put us pretty close, I feel like. 56. What are we doing? 48. So close. We're so close to our goal. So close to our goal. Rage is at 54. Fury of Mercy at 59. Great. Health's a little low, but that's fine. We don't use her as a tank. And I don't. This is pointless because oh no, I guess we do have some Zariel. Oh my god, we've got some Zariel stuff done. So should this actually make sense? And this is, I mean, like, there's a part of me that wants to shiny that so bad, just so I can get her ultimate back faster, which is silly, but It's so much power, and I hate waiting on it. I hate waiting on it. Once she's to 50, we'll go back to most likely to dumping stuff into Human. Well, the search tool pips wouldn't show. Look, we've never shown, nothing down here has ever shown pigments, so. And I don't really know what happens if, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like if you click on the froggy one, it's just going to show the, if you click on a pigment, it's going to show the color of pigment that it is anywhere that there is one. I stopped putting item levels on Briv a long time ago. I actually took him a little too far for a new player. He ended up at 173 on this, and I think just getting him up to like 100 probably would have been good enough. Maybe 150. And then 150 over 100 to 150 over here. Whatever you put on Briv, I think then put on Human. But then I started putting item levels on other. I wanted on all these other item supported speed champions. I wanted to get them at least an average 50 item level. And then now Karlach's our DPS, so I'm making sure she's got at least her first 50 average item levels. Because remember, the first average 100 item levels, the first 100 item levels on any given item is the most efficient item levels you can put on most champions. Well, on all champions. Beyond that, you hit diminishing returns, but on like champions that have mathematically overpowered abilities with their item support, the diminishing turns doesn't kick in as bad, right? So you can still keep scaling them up. And obviously speed items want all of it, but there's diminishing returns on the speed until you get to where you're going, but it's worth it. Worth it. But I think the best, I'm just trying to make sure that we have pushing power as well as speed. And because of that, we might not go back to Human right away. We got BBEG. He's a solid item-based support for Karlach. May throw 50 item levels on him. Same with Duke Ravenguard. Same with Strongheart. They all need the item levels to be strong. And right now, we need pushing power. I'm not really shooting to create a gem farm. So, yeah, we might keep putting 50 on our strong champions. Why I didn't realize Walnut jumped. I don't know what you were trying to say there, Shevik. Can you imagine if they made Walnut a jumper like Briv? Yeah, the collection screen for equipment, it doesn't show it. But if you go to, yeah, this is silly. But if you go to champions and you click on someone, it will then show you if it's shiny or not. So like if I go to owned, champion status, owned, thank you. Dang it, this bug. Where's, I can't see behind, there's Briv. There. You can see, hey, here is where you can see the pigments. But it's just on a per champion basis. And you can see their gilding, right? So there's a shiny, this is legendary. These two have pigments on it. Those are the epics. So you can see it there. They just didn't put it on equipment, which made no sense. I pointed that out to Malone Dev Insight, so they know it's a problem now. But whether they do something with it or not, who knows? They still haven't fixed the problem with the collections with it that people complained about when it launched. So I kind of figured it was item levels. It's just, it was funny. My walnut's still on 92 jump. Wait. 92 item levels. Yeah. Is it every time I turn around we gotta fight Lucille? Oh, me too. We got more stuff. Oh, need 8 more perks to get to the next level. Oh. So the big buff for Carla. I like that. Ooh, wow, that jumped up a lot. What the hell? Mm. So far, maxed tier 5 locals with the influence we've gotten, which is solid. So we're doing a lot more damage. Like that's just 5,000 fiends. 5,000 against fiends. Yes, please. Everybody else is kind of a balanced. I just kind of did a balanced push down, so I don't have to swap back and forth. Now, in the shop, 53,700 currency. You know what that means, folks? It's time for a baby coatl. It's time for a baby coatl. Yeah. I now have all of the patron familiars I'm ever going to get on this account because we ain't doing Elminster. We ain't doing Elminster. This ain't a late game. This ain't a late end game account. Late game or end game account. Then we got a baby coatl as well. Not showing up as available for some reason, but there it is. There we go. Okay. So, wait, why did we got another one too? Weird. That's okay. Fine. Oh, you know what we can do, man? We can come over here. We could drop it. What the hell? What the? But I didn't use them all. I didn't. Oh, God. I don't understand. I swear to God we didn't use all the familiars. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6, 7. There's 7 here. And there's only 2 back here. Why is that counting that as 10? See any off by 1? Come on. Come on. Come on. This is not fair. I got another familiar. Let me use it. What is wrong with your game, Sandy? Why am I having problems with familiars? Why am I having problems with familiars? Still doesn't recognize it. Oh my god. I didn't put away 8. I put away 7. And somehow 7 plus 2 is... There's 3. Oh, now I can put this back to it. Let me reset. Okay. It wasn't a problem with the second party. The second party only had 2. The first party was somehow hiding an 8th. And I don't know. Oh, that phrasing. Phrasing. Yeah, I don't know what was going on. Why are there so many things up here? As the Duke. Good. Okay, yay. Just sure. More chests. They're back again. This is a 24-hour deal. That's pretty neat. That looks pretty neat. Oh, there's a goldfish. Boy, maybe goldfish? Goldfish. Finley the goldfish. Okay. I like little stars. But I don't care. This is not a cash account. So wild offers the Sword of Cats. Right? Yeah. Or since it's in the wild offer pool, that makes it the Sword of Cash, right? But gold chest and get nothing for our trouble. All right. Let me try to. Players. Oh, you. Why? What did you do? What did you do? This isn't how you. That isn't how you do that. Trying to. They posted a promo image and they put up the PSD for it, so I went in to try to edit the text. That's not a. It's like it's drawn in. It's not. It won't let me edit the text. It's seeing it as a picture and not a text piece. And so I don't understand why. Why is it not? What is going on there? I don't understand. We've got like an image on another layer. I'm just going to have to create one. Nope, that isn't. Nope. Nope. Oh, I see the problem. Whoopsie. I've done this anymore. New layer. Nope. Nope. I was just clicking on it. Why did you? Think I fixed it? I think it's gonna be good enough because I'm gonna move it. I don't think the fonts are the same, but I don't care. Until they fix it, this is what they get. You make it in some weird thing that I can't alter the stuff on. This is what happens. This is what happens. Let's see if I now have a promo picture for the Affairs of Wizards. Yeah, that's not bad. That'll do until I fix it. Let me post this in our Discord. All right. Up in the announcements channel. That was a Discord. Once we get back, I will catch up in chat. Clearly did not use the same font they used for the rest of that, but that's fine. Until they fix the issue. That's the one I'll use. Internally. I'll put sharing that around. They don't get mad at me. I don't know why they get mad at me. They didn't fix it. All right, are we back? Yeah. Reminder tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacifically speaking, The Affairs of Wizards with Dungeon Master Stephen Merlino. Over on the Dungeon Scrollers channel. Toss them a follow so you know when they go live. I'll be playing my character Bandy, the Dwarven Finger Waggler. So when they say a wizard did it, it was probably him. But only if the thing that they're accusing someone of doing is stealing something. He's a thief, but he's a wizard. He's a thief by profession, a wizard by training. Speak of rom-com or something. I don't think either. I don't think any of that. I think it's going to be a dungeon master who may very well kill us all. And be unapologetic about it. So, we shall see what happens. We shall see. We're all level 1 characters, and I mean, we haven't publicly stated. I don't know. Do I know what everyone is? This is going to be a real interesting, interesting experience. I think 2 of us posted rough approximation, like pictures of our characters. We might have a roughly balanced party. There's a lot of Might's doing a lot of heavy lifting there. We'll see. At level 1, I don't think there is such a thing as a balanced party, to be honest. Difference between a comedy and tragedy in Shakespearean terms is whether it ends with a funeral or a wedding. Is the wedding the tragedy? I don't know the difference. Is that which one is the tragedy? That was mean. I'm sorry. I guess it depends on the context, right? Very well could be the tragedy. You're marrying the wrong person. No worries. Yeah, I mean, look, I get this is a different time zone, especially for people across the pond, as they say. I'm hoping VODs will be live. If not right away on Twitch, then hopefully they'll get it up on the YouTube. They've been pretty good about getting stuff on YouTube in the past. So hopefully, and then I'll add it to my playlist of D&D. A 100 areas to go here. Plenty of potion left. And we're already soft capping. You'll love to see it. Love to see it. The limit as to how high Bud can get. There's probably a functional mathematical limit in the game. I haven't heard of it. It was... I mean, I was into the 4 digits. I've been in the 4 digits due to a bug. We were at like E2700. Yeah, I've seen that, Billiam. I've seen that with a bug. I've seen that with bugs. Not with valid play. Yeah, because I mean, you only need like in the E700s to get to area 2001. At which point, you know, you're usually, if you started off with a decent foundation of favor, you're probably in the E90s. If you did it again, you could clear E100 probably. At that point, it becomes more about your favor, like your gold find ability. Like what's that percentage as opposed to your power. Your power can get you to your wall, but then it's your gold find boost that gets you your favor. Yeah. People like to find those kinds of bugs and use them in trials to just kill Tiamat faster. But yeah, if you can figure out a way to reproduce it, then you know, definitely submit a ticket. Because it's bad, okay? Yeah, it can cause issues. I think the highest I did was 4 digits. I don't know. I put screenshots in the Discord when I was doing it. But that's why, like, again, you can finish most content, like get to area 2001. In most places in the E600s, in the newest campaign, I think it's E700s, which is why like getting beyond that in terms of like building up a group that can do damage, like doesn't really mean much, because that's where that's the current wall in the game, like the hard wall. You can't get beyond 2001. So they have said they're thinking of raising that potentially this year, but we don't know how far. I mean, I would say a conservative estimate would be like 2,500, but I think people would like to see it go to 3,000. And they've stated that when they do raise that level, they're also most likely going to raise the soft cap again, so champions will be able to upgrade higher. But until we hear more, we don't know anything firm about that. It's a bit vague from the devs. Yeah, cooldown in the gang is how I got my highest bud, but then I get buds in the E600, E700s off of Bud's Buggy. I don't know what an actual group looks like because I can't get an actual pushing group to not break. E418, nice. I mean, the E400s is where you want to get usually to start trying to do tier 4 content, right? Like to be able to complete tier 4 content and events. So I think E300s is like tier 3, E400s is tier 4. Actually, that kind of makes sense now. So somewhere in the E200s is tier 2, right? Yeah, if you're already in the E300s in 3 months, that's wild. That's absolutely wild to me. Just thinking back on how long it took us to get power in this game before. Everything is so much easier to do now. All the changes they've made have made the game easier to boost. I think the only thing where it was like the only time where it was easier to gain power than right now is during seasons, but seasons were so broken in terms of rewards. So it's hard to really compare that. Like to say, oh yeah, well, because it was just that was an unsustainable thing. It always blew my mind how much they were putting in seasons. It was a little ridiculous, and they punished themselves for that. Yeah, there weren't a lot of familiars early on, but there weren't a whole lot of reasons for familiars. You just had one party. So, yeah. I mean, first year there were no time gates. There were no patrons. There were no Modron cores. No background parties. There were no skins in the first year. There were no, like, the Minsk was the only speed champion. There wasn't a roll back then. So it was just, oh, he's got this effect.